أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Jazakumullah everybody for waiting patiently whilst we fixed a technical issue here. Jazakumullah for waiting patiently again. If I can have a student, let me call a young Tifl A1110. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. How are you?
Fine.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so we are going to do the opening dua with yourself. Okay, would you like to read it? This is the one that's highlighted by yourself, or would you like me to lead you?
By myself.
Okay, then let's go for it.
Rabbi alim.
Okay, sweetheart, always say the ta'awudh beforehand. The a'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi alimni ma huwa khairun indaka.
Excellent, well done. And then the translation in English.
O my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge. That prayer.
Excellent. Jazakumullah for your help, sweetheart. And maybe inshallah we'll call you to the mic again. Allah Hafiz. Okay, so today we are going to be continuing in our revision of the rules that we have been doing over the course of this week. And yesterday you were covering the mushaddad letters and also the ghunna sound that noon mushaddad and mim mushaddad make. Today we are going to revise madda, the three letters of madda and how they affect the sound that you make. Okay, so do you know three letters which stretch the sound of a letter for 2 seconds? So let me call discipline in charge. If I could have a student on the mic.
I'm going to give mic to N1215.
N1215. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. Is that Nasirat 1215?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, how are you, darling?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, yes, I am also good. So the question is, do you know three letters which stretch the sound of a letter for 2 seconds?
Yes.
And
it's
they
alif, waw, and ya.
Excellent. Yes, there are three letters of madda: alif, waw, and ya. And as this young Nasra has quite correctly pointed out, they stretch the sound of the letters preceding them for 2 seconds. So the next question is, do you know which stroke or harakat comes before each of them? So if a waw madda, as here, what stroke comes before in order to make that waw madda?
Dhamma.
It does indeed, yes, as it is here. Excellent. If we have a ya madda, what stroke comes before it?
Kasra.
Excellent, well done. Very confident young student. And then if we have an alif madda, what stroke do we have before it?
Fatha.
Excellent, very well done. Yes, if ever you see a waw sakin, always look beforehand and look at the stroke that occurs just beforehand. If it's a dhamma, then that waw sakin is actually a waw madda, and the oo sound that you would normally make with a dhamma is stretched for a little bit longer, double the time in fact, for 2 seconds. If ever you see a ya sakin, always look what happens just before. If it's a kasra accompanying the letter, then it stretches the e sound that you would normally make with a kasra for 2 seconds. If you see an alif, a blank alif, without any sort of stroke on the top, without any sort of sukoon, anything, a blank alif, look at the stroke before. If it's a fatha, then that alif is actually an alif madda. And the sound that the fatha makes is stretched for 2 seconds. Excellent. So, young lady, seeing as you're on the mic, would you have a go at reading for me this word here?
Musa.
Excellent. Yes, well done. There's a waw madda right here because there's a dhamma beforehand, and so she stretched it for 2 seconds, and then this is a vertical fatha which also gets stretched for 2 seconds. Excellent. So if you could read for me this word here.
Tajri.
Excellent. Well done. That was a very, very nice reading. Let me go back. Here we go. Okay. Now, a couple of days ago on Tuesday, you were taught about qalqala. When you see a sukoon, okay, you know that that letter that carries the sukoon is a sakin letter, and it has to be joined to the previous letter that carries a harakat. But you were taught that there are 5 letters in which you have to do qalqala, a slight jerking sound. Let me remind you, in this lesson you were taught, in this on Tuesday it was, that if ever you came across a qaf sakin, ta sakin, ba sakin, jim sakin, or a dal sakin, you had to do a slight bouncing sound when you read them. So this would be dhuq or duhit, farghab, ukhruj, lam yalid. There's a slight bounce on these 5 letters. So if I take you back to today's lesson, we're focusing on madda, but we have to remember all the other rules as well. Have another go at reading this, but bear in mind that this is a jim sakin, is one of the qalqala letters. So when you join, there's a slight bounce in how you pronounce the jim.
Tajri.
Excellent. Very, very, very nice. Done just right. When she first read it, she said tajri, which in itself isn't incorrect, okay? But qalqala adds beauty to your recitation. And if you can add it in, it beautifies your recitation. Tajri. You have to be careful when you're doing qalqala. Excellent. Yes. You have to be careful that you don't bounce so much that it sounds as if there's a fatha on the letter. So you mustn't say, for example, tajja, tajari. That would be incorrect. Very fine line between not doing any qalqala and making it sound as if it's a fatha letter. Tajri.
Tajri.
If we could read. Excellent. Well done. If you could now read, let's find, let's do this one here, okay? This one here. Have a go at reading this one.
Anzarna.
Excellent, well done. Yes. Here is an alif madda. It gets stretched for 2 seconds, and the young Nasr did that very, very correctly. Just one point I'd like to make is this letter here is a dal, okay? And so when you pronounce it, try and make the sound, okay? Just as if you were saying in English, the, or that, or this, that the sound that you make, that's how you pronounce this letter. So this would be anzar. Excellent, well done. Okay, and bit by bit, if you remember these rules and how to make the pronunciations, with practice, they'll become second nature and you read them quite fluently. Okay, so Jazakumullah sweetheart for your help. That was very nice reading. And inshallah, we'll call you to the mic again another time. Okay, so to recap, our today's lesson has been about, well, it hasn't been about, it's just starting. It's about the mother letters. Ya madda, wa madda, alif madda. They are the 3 letters of madda. If you see them with the appropriate harakat just before, so waw sakin with the dhamma before is a waw madda. Ya sakin with the kasra before is a ya madda. Blank alif with the fatha before is an alif madda. You stretch the sound for 2 seconds. Okay, that is enough revision. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll go straight into the Grammar Jeet and we will read from where we left off yesterday. So I've highlighted where yesterday's teacher finished, and we will read from the next verse onwards. And what I'll do to start off with is I'll just highlight where some of the mother letters are, so that when you read, your eye can get drawn to them, okay? So here is a blank alif, preceding it is a fatha. This will be a madda. Here we have a waw sakin preceded by dhamma. This will also be a madda. Here is another example. And here is a ya sakin preceded by kasra. This will also be a madda. So I'm just pointing out that as you read, you know, you have to look out for them, okay? So in discipline in charge, if I could have somebody on the mic, please.
I'm going to give mic to A1113.
Okay, thank you so much. A1113. Assalamu alaikum. The full A1113.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. How are you?
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. Okay then, so we are going to start from here, okay, where my little circle is pointing. And if you could have a go at reading, read in your own time, and I will stop you at an appropriate place, okay?
Innallaha.
Sweetheart, just before you get going, always before you start reading the Grammar Jeet, okay, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. And then as you're reading, if for some reason you stop and then you have to say something to someone about something, that's fine. But when you come back to reading, you must always say A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. You don't have to say the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim again. Okay? So before you start reading, let's start off properly.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Excellent.
Innallaha la yastahyi an yasriba masalam ma bu'usatan fama fuqaha.
Excellent. Jazakumullah, sweetheart. That was very, very nice reading. Very impressive. That was very nice, actually. Yes. There was a couple of places where I've just highlighted, okay? And I will read through them and I will explain to you what you did, okay? When you read here, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, you did Inna Allah, okay? That's actually how you should have read it. But you stretched the ha out for a little bit longer than you should have done, okay? Inna Allah. If you repeat after.
Innallaha.
Excellent, well done. Then you went through and you took your time and you worked it out. Excellent. And here you had a bit of a muddle, but you ended up doing the right thing. Idgham applies here, okay? There's a noon sakin, and when you see a noon sakin and a ya mushaddad straight afterwards, there's partial assimilation. And this was taught in the assimilation lesson. And so here you have to do ayn yad, ayn yad.
Ayyad.
Excellent. And this is a dad, okay? And when you pronounced it, okay, just think about how your mouth is, okay? And think about where your upper teeth are, and think about your tongue. And if you curl your tongue up so that it touches your upper teeth at the bit where they join the gum, if you can do that and then try and get this sound out, this is how to make this sound. Dad. Have a go.
Dad.
Okay, that was very, very nice, okay? Just slightly thicker, slightly heavier. Dod.
Dad.
Excellent, excellent, well done. Okay, so that's how to pronounce that particular letter. Here, you stretched the ba for a little bit longer than you needed to. So you stretched it for about 2 seconds. And here, this is ba. And I know that you will know it because you read all the fatha letters correctly. But here, you actually read it as if it was a dhamma on top, and you said bu, bu'u. And that's an understandable thing because you see the dhamma that's coming. And so your mind and your tongue and your eyes aren't in coordination, and something else comes out from what's written. Now you're learning at the moment, and that's fine, okay? But if you were to record yourself and then listen back, you will then be able to hear some of the mistakes that you may have made, okay? And then you can go back and so those are the issues that I found in your recitation there. There was also a thing which was this noon mushaddad here, okay? And you were taught yesterday, or you were revising yesterday, that when you see a noon mushaddad, there is a guna sound for 2 seconds. So you have to do in for 2 seconds, okay? If you say inna Allah, it's not necessarily incorrect, but it adds beauty to your recitation if you produce the guna sound. So bearing all those things in mind, have another go reading from here.
Innallaha la yastahi yashriba masalan ma ba'u khatan fama fukah
Have a go there again. Ha. Excellent, well done. That was very, very nice reading. Okay, I'm very impressed at your level of concentration and your application of rules. Let me read it with you. Let me take away all of these things. Okay, now we're going to start from here. Okay, let me read a bit and then you follow. Okay, and then see if that helps you. Okay, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Inna Allah la yastahi. Excellent. So let's put them together. Inna Allah la yastahi.
Inna Allah la yastahi.
Tahyi. Ayyadriba. Okay, this is a dad, okay, darling. This is not a ghain, okay. Ayyadriba. Mathalam ma. Okay, well done. So let's see if we can put them all together from here. Inna Allah la yastahi an yadriba mathalam ma.
Inna Allah la yastahi ayyazriba kasalam
Mathalam ma. Ba'udatan فما فوقها
فما فوقها
فوقها.
فوقها.
Excellent, well done. Okay, Jazakumullah sweetheart. Okay, your reading is actually very good. You know your letters. Pronunciation of this letter here is one of those things that you will have to work on. Okay, and that's applying to most students. Okay, this is a God, and have a go at practicing that. This is a th. Have a go at practicing that as well. Otherwise, you are basically there. What I would suggest you do is when you read, borrow somebody's mobile phone if you don't have one and record what you read, okay? And then listen back and follow with your finger across the verse that you've just read and see if you can spot whether you've applied all the right timings and you've read the right harakat and you've read the right letter, okay? It's surprising how often we can misread. Then we inshallah get there. Jazakumullah for your help. May I have another student, please?
The next student is N1217.
N1217. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you, darling?
Good.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so if you could read from where I've just highlighted, from there onwards, and I'll stop you at an appropriate place, okay? Now, remember that the lesson today has been about revising madda. So here, for example, is a madda that you'll have to extend for 2 seconds. Here is another madda, okay? And I think that's the only ones that I could spot there in your little section. So have a go and try and pay attention to all the rules that you can remember. And a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim, before you start, please.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. فَأَمَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا فَيَعْلَمُونَ أَنَّهُ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّهِمْ.
Excellent, excellent, very, very nice. Yes, I can't really fault anything there. You did recognize that this here, where I've highlighted, is an alif. It's not a lam, okay? That's another common thing that people do get confused over. And the way to always remember or to work it out is that when you see a straight line, you can think that it's a lam, you can think it's an alif, but see if it joins onto something. If it doesn't join onto something, okay, it'll be an alif, okay? If it does, then it definitely won't be an alif. For example, here, okay, here is a lam, it's joining on to the next letter, okay? So that is not an alif, okay? Oops, a daisy. And yes, darling?
Is it going to be my brother's turn?
I will listen to your brother in a moment. Let me just give you some feedback though, yes? So yes, this is an alif. It's definitely an alif because there's it joins onto the letter before, it doesn't join on to the next letter. Otherwise, your reading was very good. You paid attention to your gunna and your timings. Very, very nice. Okay, Jazakumullah. Can I have your brother on the mic?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. What is your ID, darling?
8112.
8112. Okay, so where I've highlighted here, if you can read from there onwards, and I'll stop you at an appropriate place.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأما الذين كفروا فيقولون ماذا أراد الله بهذا مثلا.
Okay, very, very nice reading. Okay, very nice reading actually. Both of you, mashallah, read very nicely. Just a couple of things that I'd like to point out. Here is an alif, okay? This is just before it a fatha, So therefore, this is alif madda. You need to stretch that for 2 seconds. Now, I appreciate it doesn't look like this one here, okay, where it's curling and it's joining on. That's because this letter here, the ra, doesn't join on to a letter afterwards, and that's why the alif is written on its own. But there is a fatha here, there's a blank alif here, this is an alif madda. So you must stretch this for 2 seconds. And the same thing here, although it doesn't look like this alif which is joined on, this is also an alif madda. There is a fatha just before. The reason it's written all by itself is because this zal here won't join on to another letter afterwards. And that's why it's written separately. But this is an alif madda, okay? So you need to just understand that it doesn't always look like this one here, okay? And here, you noticed that there was a tanween, and so you did do the 2-second donation sound, but because you did a waqf, quite rightly you did a waqf here, or you stopped here, what you should have done is read it like this. Mathala. And that's because a tanween does change into yes, when you do a waqf on a tanween, yeah, it changes into a vertical fatha. So this would become mathala.
Masala.
Okay. So if you could now have another read from the wa all the way to here and try and correct the 3 mistakes that you made, okay?
Radallahu bihadha.
Sorry, from here.
From the wow.
From here. Yes.
Okay. Wa ammalazina kafaru fayakuluna maza aradallahu bihadha masala.
Mathala. Excellent. Okay. One time with me, okay, so I can insert all the guna and try and read a bit more fluently with yourself, yes? So repeat after me, okay? A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Namadha aradallahu bihadha mathala. Excellent, excellent, well done. Jazakumullah sweetheart for your help. Discipline in charge, if I can have another student, please.
The next student is N1208.
N1208. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. How are you?
No. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Good also. Okay. So if you could read from here, please, and I'll stop you at an appropriate time.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Yudhillu bihi kathira rafa yahdi bihi kathira rawaba.
Okay, stop, darling. Okay, sweetheart, just stop where I've highlighted, yeah? So read the bihi again and finish here.
Bihi kathir.
Okay, all right, okay. That was very nice reading, okay. Much nicer than you think it was, okay? So don't be shy, okay? So, reread for me just the first bit here.
Yulillu bihi.
Okay, well done, yes. You, and then this joins on to the lam. Yudhillu bihi.
Yudhillu bihi.
Excellent, well done. Okay, now you got a little bit confused here, okay? Gathi,
Kathi.
okay? This ra with the tanveen on top and this waw mushaddad, they join, okay? And when they join, idgham comes into play. It's part of your assimilation lesson that you were taught some weeks back. And partial assimilation occurs. So when you see a waw mushaddad and there's a tanveen before, the way that you join them is rawa.
Rawa.
Excellent. So from here, how you would read it would be kathiran wa.
Kathiran.
Excellent. Well done. Well done. And then right here at the end, it's a waqf that you're going to be doing because you're going to pause. And I would urge all students to regularly visit the waqf lesson. It's one of those that it's only with practice. We can teach you and teach you and teach you. It's only with practice that every time you do a waqf, if you work out how to do a waqf properly by going back to that lesson, eventually you will just know, okay, how to do it. This is a double fatha, okay, fatha dain. And when you do a waqf fatha dain, it becomes a vertical fatha. So when you read this, it's kathira.
Kathira.
Excellent, very, very nice. Ra there. Okay, so sweetheart, have one more go from where you started, and let's see how you read this time.
Yudhillu bihi kathiran wa yahdiya bihi kathira.
Excellent. And that was very, very nice reading, okay? And you did the right thing by taking everything slowly. Don't rush it, okay? Even when you come towards the end, kathira.
Kathira.
Excellent. Okay, one time with me, okay? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Yudhillu bihi.
Yudhillu bihi.
Kathiran wa yahdi.
Kathiran wa yahdi.
Bihi kathira.
Bihi kathira.
Very, very nice reading, sweetheart. Continue your practicing. You're doing very, very nicely.
Baji,
Okay. Yes, darling.
you know when the parents have to send, if they need to send something to the teachers, where do they have to go?
There is an email address that they can write a message to, and I will just pass that on to you. One moment. Let me just locate it here. Okay. If everybody's got a pen and a piece of paper, I'll try and mention it at the end as well. But info, info, at nqc.org.uk. If you send an email about any queries that you have, then that will go through to the right person and they will be able to respond to you, okay? Okay, sweetheart?
Okay.
Okay then. Jazakumullah for your help. If I may have another student.
The next student is A1131.
A1131. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm fine. Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Okay, I'm also good. Thank you. Okay, sweetheart. So if you can read from here onwards, and then we'll stop you at the base.
وما يزل به إلى الفاسقين.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that was a very confident reading. Mashallah, very nice reading also. Okay, here you got a little bit tongue twisted. Okay, tell me What is this letter here?
E.
Okay, yes, it's an alif with a kasra, so it does normally make an E sound. What is following it straight after this?
Lam mushaddad.
Excellent, well done. Which means that this E and this lam shaddad will be joined, yeah? Okay, so see how you would join them.
إلا الفاسقين.
Excellent, well done, well done. And that's, you knew how to read that, but when you were reading it, you got a little bit tongue-tied, which is fine. You're learning at the moment, okay? So if you're getting tongue-tied, just stop and then just try and get the thing that you're stuck on, the letters that you're stuck on, get those done, and then hopefully everything goes smoothly. Okay, a couple of things. This is a dad, okay? See if you can try and pronounce it in the Arabic fashion, okay? Because this is Arabic, so Arabic dad is what you should pronounce. And here, when you do waqf, okay, which is what you would have to do because you're pausing, the way to do waqf here would be to make this into a noon sakin. Again, all of these rules are in the waqf lesson that we taught at some length some days back. And you will just constantly need to refer to those. And as I say, if you refer to them often enough, after a while, you will automatically know how to do waqf without referring to the rules. This is a noon sakin if you're going to pause. So when you pause, you say siqin. Okay, so have another go from the wa to the end, and let's see how it goes this time.
وما يدل به إلا الفاسقين.
Okay, repeat after me, darling, yeah? Illal.
إلا.
Well done. There's a lam shaddad, you've got to press down on the lam shaddad, okay? You mustn't rush through it, okay? Illal fa.
إلا الفا.
Well done. Don't rush through this sukoon, okay? There's sakin lam here either. You don't need to press down on it as much as the lam shaddad, but don't rush through it either. Illal fa.
إلا الفا.
Well done. وَمَا يُضِلُّ بِهِ إِلَّا الْفَاسِقِينَ.
وما يذل به إلا الفاسقين.
Excellent, very, very nice. Yes. At the end, you got this bit just right. Very, very nice. Jazakumullah for your help. Keep on the practice. You're reading very nicely. MashaAllah. Another student, please.
Students to enter the class with the correct ID. So if you are in the waiting room, so it could be that your ID is not correct. So please leave the class or enter again with the correct ID. The next student is N1219.
N1211.
19.
19. Nasra N1219.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, darling. How are you?
Fine.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, just for any of the students who didn't quite hear what the discipline in charge was saying, that there were some students with the incorrect ID that she's now placed in the waiting room, and she's expecting them to log in with their correct ID. So it's just a reminder to everybody to ensure that they have their correct ID when they log in. Okay, sweethearts. So let's read from here, okay, onwards, and then I'll stop you to the appropriate place.
الذين
One second.
ينتزون
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum salam. Okay, darling, well, before you start reading the Quran Majid, always say Dawood at least, okay? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Excellent. Okay. الذين
ينقضون عهد الله من بعد ميثاقه.
Okay, excellent. Yes, yes, well done, mashallah. You worked out how to do the waqf there. Excellent. That was very, very nice reading. I'm very impressed with how you read, because that wasn't the easiest portions to read. First of all, you had this alif here without any harakat, and remember that when you see the next letter being a lam, then that will always carry a fatha. So you did quite rightly. Alladhina. Okay.
Alladhina.
And then when you were reading here, okay, when you got to here, you stopped a little bit because you had a bit of a breath, which is fine at your stage, but just be careful that when you do a very, very quick pause, yeah, that you don't drag the sound out, okay? It's a noon with a fatha, it's just for 1 second, okay? Even though you're taking a breath because you're learning, okay? Just, it's only for 1 second, okay? And quite rightly, you read the meme here instead of the nun sakin. This is a meme makluba, okay? And when you see this in the Gramajid, okay, you have to ignore the nun and you read it as if it's a meme sakin. It says, Mim ba'di. Mim ba'di. Hello, Sweetheart, are you still there? Okay, I think we've just lost student, which is such a shame, because she read very, very nicely. Maybe if she was to come back into the class. If I may have another student.
The next speaker is A1115.
A1115. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you?
Fine.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, sweetheart. So if you could have a read from where I've highlighted here onwards, and I'll stop you at an appropriate place.
Okay. وَيَقُولُ
A'udhu billahi beforehand, okay?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ويقطعون ما أمر الله به أن يعطل ويفسدون في الأرض.
Very nice reading. Excellent, excellent. You did break up a little bit, so I wasn't able to catch some of it. But that was very, very nice reading. You took your time. Your qaf here with the qalqala was very nice. You did a very nice thick heavy ta here. Very nice reading, actually. Your timing was also very good as well. Yes, I can't fault your reading. It was very, very nice reading. Just as you progress, when you develop a bit more breath, I think the one issue that I did find was that when you, for example, here, okay, you did ma, and then there was a slight breath, and then you went to the next letter, but you stretched the a little bit longer than you needed to. But that's partly to do with breath control. Otherwise, your reading was very, very, very nice. Very nice. Just continue with the practice that you're doing. Inshallah, you'll make a very, very nice reciter. If I may have another student.
The next student is N1225.
N1. Walaikum salam, darling. You are N1235.
No.
N1225.
Okay. What is your ID, darling?
1225.
1235. Yeah.
And 1225.
Oh, 1225. Okay, I understood your mum there. Okay, sweetheart. So where I've highlighted, if you could read from there, darling. Hello, sweetheart. Assalamu alaikum, darling. Before we start reading the Grammar Jeed, we always say A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Okay?
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ulaika humul khasirun.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Okay. You did the proper work here. The noon with the fatha becomes a noon sakin. So that was very, very nice. A big nice tick that I'm trying to do there. Very nice. Here we have a waw, okay, and before it we do have a dhamma, okay, but this is not a waw sakin, so this can't possibly be a waw madda, okay. It has to be a waw sakin as well as the dhamma beforehand. This is just a blank waw, you ignore it. So when you read here, it should be ooh, just ooh, not ooh, ooh, oola.
Ula.
Well done. Okay, and then when you get to here, okay, you stretch the ka a little bit longer than you needed to. Okay, so it should have been as ulaika humul khasirun.
Ulaika humul khasirun.
Okay, okay, let's have another go. Yeah, from the e. Ika.
Ika.
Well done. Ikahu.
Ikahu.
Well done. Ikahumul.
Ikahumul.
Well done. Ulaika humul.
Ulaika humul.
Excellent. So you joined them up properly, but you're still stretching this a bit longer than you need to, yeah? Ulaika humul.
Ulaika humul
Khasirun.
khasirun.
Well done. And within that is a lesson that actually the students do know their letters. They do know what a fatha does, what a dhamma does, what a kasra does. And in fact, I've been very, very, very happily, pleased to hear some of the rest, well, all of the recitation, because it's apparent that the students do know. But when it comes to actually reading it into practice, the tongue sometimes gets tongue-tied. So just understand where you're getting tongue-tied. And for this young Nasra, it was just in the join between the ka and the hu. So just try and read the few letters around and join them up. And when you've got your tongue around those bits, then join in the rest. And usually that is sufficient to keep you going and make it all sound very, very fluent. Okay, sweetheart, that was very nice reading. Jazakumullah for your help. If I may have another student.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz, darling. I'm discipline in charge. If I may have another student.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam, darling. May I have your ID?
A1125.
A1125. Okay, excellent. Okay, sweetheart. So, if we can hear you from this point onward, I'll stop you at an appropriate place.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kafatakfuruna billahi wa kuntum amwata
Stop there. Okay. So let's just go through this bit by bit, okay? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Kayfa. There's a ya sakin here, darling, yeah? And it's preceded by a fatha. And you will be revising this tomorrow, okay? But so I won't go into any detail here, but this is Kaifa.
Kaifa
Well done. Takfuruna.
takfuruna.
Well done. Kaifa takfuruna.
Kaifa takfuruna.
Well done. Billahi
Billahi
wa kuntum.
wa kuntum.
Well done. Kaifa takfuruna billahi wa kuntum.
Kaifa takfuruna billahi wa kuntum.
Excellent. Well done. Amwa.
Amwatan.
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 Tong. Tong. Fa'ahyakum.
Ahyakum.
Well done. Amwatan fa'ahyakum. Okay, that's fine. That was quite a good attempt. Okay, have a go later on by reading through. Okay, take your time and record yourself as well. Okay, and then you'll be able to work out whether you've done all the right timings and the right pronunciations. Okay, Jazakumullah sweetheart for your reading, and inshallah we'll call you again. Okay, so we are now at the end of our lesson of today. Okay, we have reached here today. The reading has been very, very, very good. As a very nice standard that everybody's achieving. And the homework tonight is the verses that we've read today. Have a go at reading through them and pay attention to all the rules that you can remember. Pay attention to especially the rules that we've just revised since Monday. Okay, and record yourselves on mobile phones and then listen back and see if what you've read is actually what's actually been written. Okay, as I say, I am very, very happy with the way everybody's reading. And our lesson, if I may have a student for the end dua, please.
I'm going to give mic to N1230.
N1230.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, darling. How are you?
I'm right, thank you.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, would you like to read the end dua by yourself or shall I read you?
On my own, please.
Okay, then let's go for it.
Allahumma arhamni bil Quranil Azim.
And the translation?
Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran.
Excellent, well done. Would you like to have a go at the next bit?
Yeah.
Go for it then.
Waj'alhu liya imamam wa nuran wa hudan wa rahmatan.
Okay, very, very good attempt. Repeat after me, okay? A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Waj'alhu li
Waj'alhu li
imaman
vanu.
Okay, this is normally a man, okay? But because it's a wa mushaddad, there's idgham going on, okay? So this is read as a maun, okay? There's a wa sound at the end. Maun vanu. Ram wa hudam wa. Rahmah. Excellent, well done. Okay, and the translation for it.
And make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Ameen. Yes, yes. Very, very nice reading. Jazakumullah for everybody's attendance. Thank you for being with us for the initial technical hitch. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.